You've noticed your baby is all stuffed up and you think she's got a cold. My name is Beverly Bitterman, ARNP, Health and Wellness Consultant, with a few tips and strategies for you. If a baby has a plain, ordinary garden variety cold, the baby won't have a fever. However, the baby may be pretty fussy. You may notice drainage coming out the baby's nose, and you might notice a change in the baby's appetite or willingness to eat. So these would be hallmarks of a baby with a cold. What you're wanting to do is keep your child comfortable until the cold goes away, and you also want to observe for signs that might indicate a secondary infection, like an ear infection, has taken place. So as long as the baby is fever-free or has a low-grade fever, say under 100, and the drainage is reasonable, I think you can probably treat that at home. We no longer recommend that infants be given cold formulas, over-the-counter cold formulas. So you're really limited to things that are comforting. One thing you can do is you could get a small bulb syringe at the drugstore, and you can, what you do is you squeeze the bulb, and then it sort of sucks out, it kind of blows the nose for the baby for it, and it gets that mucus out of their nose so they can breathe better. It's a good idea to do that before you nurse or bottle feed, because that will help them. You can also use saline nose drops, that's saltwater nose drops, and you can buy those made up at the drugstore as well. You can make them up yourself, but for a baby, I think I would use the kind that you'd buy at the drugstore. Moisturize the air. You could get a humidifier or boil some water on the stove. Things that make the air a little bit more humid will help your baby. You also may find that breast milk works well, but if the baby's on a regular formula, they may or may not want to take it. If for a day or so they drank more water or something like a Pedialyte or electrolyte formula, that would be just fine. If the baby develops a fever, particularly if it gets, say, over 102, if the baby suddenly seems very cranky and you're wondering if they have an ear infection, go ahead and call your pediatrician. They'll understand and they'll be happy to see your child. The other thing that you can think about doing is something like a Vicks or a eucalyptus. You can even put that right on the baby's cheek. My name is Beverly Bitterman, ARNP, Health and Wellness Consultant, and I hope your baby's cold gets better right away.